In the winter of 1947, China is suffering from multiple Allied landings. The United States have landed in South Korea and in the Chinese coast all across and are pushing inland. At the same time, they are pushing from the north in Vladivostok. So I think China, with the rest of the allies coming in from the Dominion of India and taking over Siam and having the Chinese forces near Singapore encircled, are going to be in trouble relatively soon. And we'll see how long they hold. But for now, they are distracting Allied forces from mounting any more attacks against us, because we have the job of playing the waiting game. We need to get to 60% compliance across all the lands here. And we're actually relatively close in some of our original states here. So around Leningrad, we're already at 55. One of the interesting things that's going to happen at 60% is the volunteer program. So we get an additional recruitable population, which is quite appreciated. So that's something we do. And right now our construction program is I don't think I need that one. Our construction program is mostly going through building a couple more factories. I think I'm going to cancel at least the state level AA that hasn't started yet, because I don't think they're actually attacking us anywhere outside Norrland. So we don't really need to do these. And let's get rid of those. I do want to focus more on the. I do want to focus more on the. And I don't think I need the infrastructure in Murmansk either. I want to focus more on the fortifications, because the Allies are getting relatively close to Stalingrad at this point. And the Soviet Union, how far are they to capitulation? They are 76% towards capitulation. So a couple more victory points. And I think the Soviet Union is going to fall, at which point, well, I'm going to have Allied troops all along the border here. So I do want to strengthen the fortifications, because some of our defenses here are relatively weak still. So let's get that all up, especially the territory that is... let's get that all, especially the territory that is not particularly well defensible, like behind the river line. Let's see if we can get that up to level 5. And I would like to have level 5 fortifications. We don't even have fortifications here at all. So I'm going to try and get level 5 fortifications along the lines where it isn't across a river. We already have that here. The rest can stay with the level 3 forts. I think that should be sufficient. And here again, we're holding a river line. I'm going to just schedule that here. And I do want a couple more naval fortifications, especially along the lines where they are frequently attacking. So if we can get like level 3 naval fortifications up along the lines here, that would be good. Just to make sure that the I'm not sure if this is invadable. It doesn't look like. Just to make sure that we don't get any landings in the critical areas here, especially these lines here. These railway lines are really critical if they manage to take those, because our supply routes to the north are completely dependent on these lines being defended. So I'm already recruiting a couple more divisions, and I do have to pull them out from. I think some should be finished training. Yeah, that's sufficient in terms of training. I can pull this out again. What else? One thing I noticed during editing in the last episode, I have not given the jet planes a different equipment tag. So these guys are going to get the Eagles. That means I am that means I am producing the wrong equipment tag, which means that they're going to get mixed up, which means that one air wing that I created, I have to remove that. There we go. Okay. Here it's looking relatively stable for now. No massive Allied forces here. Although we still have some fortifications to build. So I'll reorganize the the production queue, which is quite massive, and we'll see that we can focus on building up the fortifications at home here. The naval ones, I am recruiting, I think, 2 more divisions. Yeah, so I'm training up 2 more divisions, which is gonna take a while to get them trained because of the, I think the training time plus 50% scraping the barrel isn't helping. And yep, that's it. Okay, so I think we've got everything under control. I'll be fast forwarding because it's not that interesting to just wait and look at the compliance ticking up. So one thing we might be able to do, and again, one last thing I want to mention. Thank you for whoever pointed that out in the comments. We might be able to get some submarines going from our Norwegian coast here, and ideally, I would like to hit the western approaches and target allied resupply routes. That would be quite interesting. I don't know though if we're going to have the range for that. We could hit the Norwegian Sea. I'm not sure how much is going through that. I don't want to go to the North Sea because that's shallow and that is terrible for submarines. So anything like North Sea, the Eastern North Sea, or the English Channel is no-go territory, and I don't think we can reach down to like Bay of Biscay or anything. So we might try that at some point, but we do need a bit more manpower. Right now, I'm just reserving the manpower for things like counterattacks. And yeah, we're actually a bit slim here along the line, so having a couple more divisions on that front line might not be a terrible idea. And actually, yeah, I'm not going to mess with it just now, but the German divisions have been pretty much eliminated at this point. So we just have single divisions dug in here, which means we definitely need to prioritize the fortification works here, because level 2 forts or level 3 forts are not going to hold, I think. I might actually go even higher. Okay, I'll sort that out in the fast forward, but you know the general strategic objective for now. So let's go. Okay, things just got interesting. 12 American divisions? Where did they come from? We definitely very quickly need to reinforce that, because we're not going to be able to hold that. So we'll send 1 division over. We don't really have an awful lot. We'll send 2 divisions over from here. I think we can spare a couple. But I definitely need to slow that down, because that's a lot of divisions. Now, the only saving grace here is that, well, this division is relatively well entrenched, and we have the fortifications, but that German division isn't going to be helping to hold. So, okay, so they are definitely... Okay, I'm going to have to reprioritize. These fortifications need to happen right now, because these guys are definitely... suddenly reinforcing. That I didn't see coming. I did not see these landing anywhere, and that's a very interesting concentration of force. Not something I see the computer player doing an awful lot. But it looks like the Americans are really concentrating heavily on one point, are trying to break through. And as you can see, as soon as that happens, you're in all kinds of trouble. So 16 American divisions. I mean, they have the reserves. We can push them back, but we're going to need reinforcements here. I might even have to pull... Can I pull one division here? I think we can hold the coastline as is. I might get this 1st Army Division here. South, just in case they're... Yeah, just in case they're doing that anywhere else, because... Okay, now we've got 3 division in the field. Which means we've got 2 reserves that are going to join combat in relatively soon. Okay, that's not something I've seen the Americans do. So this is very interesting to see. Come on, please reinforce. I need you to reinforce. I've got 2 reserves. Yep, there we go. Okay, has one of us being pushed back? I'm not sure what just happened there. We've got... Oh, we've only got 40 combat width, that's why. Okay, so they can attack with these smaller divisions, but they can't attack with the larger ones. But so they've effectively been defeated by combat width, more or less. But yeah, it looks like they have learned how to concentrate forces. I honestly never seen the computer player do something like this. And yes, they will be shot. They will be shut down. Okay, we have managed to get 2 divisions in, but obviously now they, because of combat width, yeah, one of them has to move out again. So this is going to be a game of reinforcements, really, if they're doing these kind of concentrated attacks. So good that I caught that, because that's not something I normally see. And that could have gone wrong very quickly if they have managed to break through here with that many divisions. So, we'll see. Okay, how's it going? Yeah, we can reinforce if one of us gets pushed. I want that German division out of there. That's honestly doing more harm than good at this point, I think. But they are more or less cycle charging here from Suwalki. We'll see if they establish a wider front line now, but the Americans are significantly reinforcing the southern line here, so we do need to get our okay, yeah, it looks like they are moving out, and we don't have to do any kind of last stand orders or anything like that. I'm not going to counterattack, just letting these... Yeah, we get to reinforce at times, but we've still got a decent amount of... So even if one division gets pushed out, as long as we can manage to reinforce, that would be good. Am I going to do another anti-partisan? I'm not sure I need it. I think I'll focus my industry first, because I'm currently not running the construction engineering. So okay, let's keep an eye on this battle here. We've defeated most of them. I think we've held, and we have reinforced the lines here in the south quite a bit. So given that I can only have 2 divisions in the field at the time, and the Germans have been pushed back, so okay, it's been defeated. I am going to get one of these divisions. Okay, let's get these 2 divisions to assigned to this front line. Yeah, 7 divisions, and I want 2 there, and I want another one here, and we get these to fall back here, just to make sure we've got 2 divisions. Okay, they're instantly charging again, in which case we probably want to leave all 3 here almost. Just concerned that they might be attacking the other areas as well. Okay, we'll stay where we are for now. Let's get everybody entrenched. I am on rigid cohesion, so I get to manually manage this. But this was surprising. Definitely surprised me there that the Americans do these sort of things. Don't usually see them do that. Any other naval invasions? How's China doing? Badly. getting naval invaded across the countryside and getting attacked everywhere. How are the Soviets doing? Not good. I don't like this southern encirclement here. And Polish Republic. It might be that the Polish Republic is starting to beat down the resistance in the Soviet areas, and that they might get stronger, but I haven't really seen any Polish attacks recently, at least not at that scale. Okay, let's let everybody dig in where they are and see what other interesting ideas the Americans are coming up with. Although, yeah, we probably move one here and one here to balance it a little bit more. This is getting a little thin in the north as well. I definitely need more divisions. And we have a naval invasion. I have one province. Oh, it's just the Danes. I have one province here that's undefended, so I'm going to send one down. Okay, I'll go back to... It looks like the American assault there has been defeated. We'll be definitely upping our fortification works here, honestly. And we are very close to get through with Unite Karelia, and then I can get back to construction engineering, and that's going to speed that up a bit. But phew, that would not have held. That was a pretty hefty assault. What have they lost? 14,000, and we've lost about 2,000 and 2,500. So definitely, 8 to 1 loss ratio there. But yeah, I want more fortifications, definitely. Let's get these done. And I think I'm gonna have to prioritize these fortifications as well, because I am a bit thin on this line. Are we actually building fortifications in Memel? Oh yeah, we are actually. No, I don't want that many. Okay, I'll go back to fast forwarding, but that was an interesting interlude there. Okay, I think it's probably about time to to end things. We've had a couple of interesting operations in the meantime. The United States have, well, consolidated their gains on China and are going to squish China pretty much. We'll see how far they can actually get. The other thing that I've noticed, and I have no idea why this happens, is that these divisions don't entrench. And I am not sure why that is. They should be entrenching because they're not moving, but they are not. This might be a bug. Honestly, the first time I've seen this happening, so I'm very surprised that normally all my units are entrenching. You can see the little symbol here, but all the divisions along between Narva and Tallinn here don't entrench for some reason. So maybe I'll just have to reload and then that'll happen. I don't know, but it's an interesting observation and not something I'm particularly happy about because entrenchment is extremely important for me to hold these. But yeah, how far have we gotten today? We have gotten to 56% compliance, so still a ways to go, but the Scandinavia is catching up. And we'll be holding on. It's still not easy. And I think I am going to train a couple more divisions now that I have about 200,000 manpower. The other thing I probably want to do is start building some of these submarines. Do we actually have these all mine-laying submarines? So let's design ourselves an attack submarine. So we're going to take that one and we're going to call that the Kalev A. There. This is an attack submarine. Range 6,000 kilometers. That shouldn't be too terrible. And we'll give it obviously the maximum of torpedo tubes. That gives us 100 torpedo attack. And we can either go for a snorkel, which is going to reduce the submarine visibility, or we can go for a radar, which is giving it surface detection. Given that these submarines are going to have to do their own spotting, I'm almost tempted to go with radar, but at the same time I really don't want to lose them. So maybe the snorkel is not a bad thing to do. That reduces the sub visibility. Let's save that design, and we're going to get that going instead of convoys. So let's get our, and we do want them to be. We do want the port of Trøndelag, because that is the closest to be the home port, and then we'll see if we can start some shenanigans in the Atlantic. And we're still building up our fighter wings here very slowly. But yeah, China is losing, and we'll just have to hope that they can hold on until we are at 60% compliance. We're still building up fortifications like mad, trying to hold the lines. I think we have now, yeah, we've got level 6 forts along the lines here. We do need to get Grodno up to level 6 as well, please. So that is this one. Yeah, should be this one. That's something I want as well. And yeah, we're slowly getting through it, but obviously having sent everybody to the front lines means there are not many people left who can actually do the work. But yeah, we're a little stretched thin here along the lines, so I do want to I am working on increasing the fortification levels here as well, just to make sure that we can hold. That needs a bit more forts as well. Anyway, we'll get there eventually. And yes, we've seen a couple of tanks actually attacking us. So maybe the last thing that I'll do is quickly investigate what that would look like if I was going to do a... we don't have enough piercing. So right now our piercing is 51, which isn't enough to pierce the French mediums. So doing this would cost us... would give us a little bit more soft attack, but significantly increase the piercing value, which is what we're after. It does decrease our organization, which I'm not happy about, but given that we have to deal with tanks occasionally now, this might not be a bad thing to do. Now, how many do we need? We need 2,500, and we've got about 2,000, so We do need to build up the stockpile a little bit more on anti-tank. Yeah, well, let's get 500 more anti-tank units, and then we can make that change. But this is going to come up in the next episode. That's it for me today. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.